Hello, it's late spring 2014 and I'm gearing up for the upcoming deer season. I recently purchased a new bow, a Hoyt Carbon Element G3. It's been 5 years since I've purchased a new bow. This is not the newest one out there. This is last year's bow, the 2013. I was able to compare it to the 2014s. I spent many hours and weeks trying to decide on what bow to get at my local pro shops, and ultimately decided on this one, and I'm going to do a brief video on explaining why. Again, I was able to shoot this bow against the 2014 bows, and as far as comparing it to the Hoyt Carbon Spiders, they're both extremely dead in the hand, both quiet, both fast. My main downfall that made me decide not to get the Carbon Spider was the cam system. The Z5 cam on the Carbon Spider seemed to me have a heavier pull or a heavier hump in the draw cycle. About mid draw cycle you had a heavy hump and then a quick let off. This bow here is extremely smooth throughout the draw. You can draw this bow back very slow and there's no or hardly any hump at all in the draw cycle of this bow. Again, I spent many weeks trying to decide what bow to get. I was really wanting to go back to a longer axle-to-axle bow, but after shooting this one here, I just decided, hey, this bow is awesome. This is the one I want. Again, I shot it against other manufacturers as well. I shot a bowtech I didn't care much for. I can't tell you the model of it because after I shot it, I didn't give it a second glance. I shot against a couple of different Mathews. I shot against the Creed, the Chill R, but the one I was most impressed with was the Chill X. It was a new bow that they had in. They had different modules to it. They called it the rock nods. It had a very solid back wall. It was smooth, very minimum hand shock. In fact, the most dead in hand Mathews bow I've ever shot, and possibly the best Mathews bow I've ever shot. But I've had purchased Mathews in the past. I had a lot of issues with the cam on the Mathews bow as far as cam lean. They never could get it out. We changed cam 3 times. We changed the limbs twice, but we never could get it out. And on the Chill series, the Monster series, they attached the bus cables to idler wheels that sat on each side of the cam in between the limbs. So to me, it seems there's a lot of mechanical issues that could go wrong there, so that's why I ultimately decided to go with the Hoyt again. I want to shoot this bow for you. But first, I'd like to do a quick review because I noticed on YouTube there's not been very many reviews over the G3 series bow because they said it was too much like the 2012 because it was shooting the same cam system. 2012 they did have the RKT cams. One of the main differences that you can see is they did away with the limb savers and they added this air shock system to it. So when you draw the bow back, the limbs spin down. This air shock right here, it stays there and then it catches the limb and deadens the limb instantly. So your limbs are not carrying the extra weight of the limb saver. Another thing people may not know is they did shorten the length of this bow. 2012 it was a 32-inch bow axle to axle, and 2013 is now 31.5 inches axle to axle. The brace height is 6 3/4 inches, and I have this bow currently set at 70 pounds and at a 30-inch draw length. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot it for you. I have on this bow a QAD Ultra Rest. It locks into place so you can't lose your arrow. It's full capture, but extremely fast drop away, and it stays locked down after it drops. So there's no chance of it bouncing back up, catching your fletchings. I'm shooting Carbon Express Maxima Reds. I bought a few of these arrows. Try out. Again, this bow's extremely fast and dead in hand. Another item that I did purchase is I got a new release. I got a Spot Hog Wise Guy release at the pro shops. This is one that they handed me while I was shooting different bows, and I fell in love with the release. It has a real short, no trigger movement, and a single hook design, or you can just loop it right into your D-loop real quick. If I want to notice, just shooting here, I've done run a fletching on an arrow, shooting this bow without a stabilizer. Man, I can't say enough good things about this bow. There are many other good bows out there, and I know there's a lot of bickering amongst archers and bow companies about what's best, who's the best. To me, I'm going to tell you that shoot what feels the best to you, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot what feels best to me. But I mean, it's just so smooth and dead in the hand. In fact, I mean, it feels like my bow with the stabilizer on it. If you hadn't shot one of these bows, I recommend you go out and do it. Or if you couldn't afford one because of the $1,300 price tag, again, I purchased this bow for $850. Go out to your pro shops. I'm sure there's more of them out there that have them left. Hurry up and snatch them up. And good hunting. God bless. I hope you have a good season. Take care.